everybody's ready, we will call the Grapevine 4B Economic Development Corporation Board meeting to order. And we have 3 items of business. The first being a resolution approving the Grapevine 4B Economic Development Corporation fiscal year 2014 budget. Mr. John, do you have any further comment?
No, Your Honor. I thought what I would do, though, is briefly talk about the process, not only for the 4B budget, the CCPD, and the rest of the city budget that are on the agenda, other agendas.
All right.
This is the culmination of a long process that began in May with the departments putting together their estimates for next year and their proposals. In June and in early July, staff had reviewed with each of those departments those budgets that come forward. In July, we had a major budget issue and policy public meeting with City Council to discuss those issues. In August, we had a hearing on the budget, a public hearing on the budget, and we also had a workshop session on the budget. We've had other public hearings regarding to the budgets on the 4B, the CCPD, and the city budget, as well as the proposed tax rate. So, again, this is just the final approval at the end of that process.
Do we have any discussion about the proposed fiscal year budget? Then a motion to approve it is in order.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. The budget is approved. Next, we have consideration of the first addendum to the Economic Development Incentive Agreement with Easy's Market and Bakery. Mr. Rumbelow.
Thank you, Your Honor. The agenda memo is in front of you all. The changes to the agreement have been reviewed with both bodies. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have any.
All right.
Otherwise, staff recommends approval.
Fine. Did we have any discussion on that? Are y'all, everybody on the 4B board, are you aware of that proposal? They were dramatically impacted by the connector project and weren't able to have a fair chance to meet their incentive, and so they've asked that they be given a little bit longer to do that. So if we don't have any questions, then a motion would be in order. We have a motion to approve the first addendum to that Economic Development Incentive Agreement. Do we have any further discussion? If not, all in favor, all opposed, motion carries. The addendum is approved. And last, we have the minutes of the September 11, 2012 meeting of the Economic Development Corporation. Do we have any additions or corrections to those minutes? Apparently not, then a motion to approve them is in order. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, all opposed, motion carries. Minutes are approved. That completes the agenda of the Economic Development Corporation meeting. Motion to adjourn is in order. All in favor, all opposed, the board is adjourned. Now we will call to order the Crime Control and Prevention District Board of Directors meeting. Consider a resolution approving the 2013-2014 budget. Mr. McGrain, I assume you had nothing further.
No, sir.
All right. We have looked at the budget for several weeks now and pretty well, I think, have resolved its contents. So if there is no questions, then a motion to approve it.
I have a question, Mayor. I'm looking at the required language that the staff kindly placed out before us. Am I correct that when we talked about the budget and had our workshop that, Mr. McGrain, that the tax rate is going down?
tax rate is going down from its current rate,
That's not what-
but it's not going down to the effective tax.
I understand. The language that is before us doesn't say the tax rate is going down. It says it's being increased. What the increase is the effective rate, but the tax rate itself is going down.
That's correct.
Why can this language not incorporate that?
Because that's the language that's required under the truth in taxation legislation.
So it is mandated by the
Is
state.
that correct, Mr. Attorney? I mean, it seems to me that it should be that the tax rate is decreased, but the effective rate is increased.
Mayor and Council, the required language is which is effectively a 1.01% increase, but if you would like to add the clarification to the 0.3425 that is a decrease, I believe that falls within the parameters of the statute.
Thank you. Then I would move that the property tax rate this year be decreased to the amount of,
Aaron, we're not on that agenda yet. We need to do the CCPD first.
I'm sorry, I thought we said we were.
I think we're doing the
Am I on the wrong
CCPD.
one? Thank you.
Hold that thought. But I'll move for approval of the CCPD budget.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the budget, which is what's before us. All in favor, all opposed, motion carries. Now, consider the minutes of the September 3rd, 2013 board meeting is in order. We have any additions or corrections? Not a motion is in order.
Move for approval. Second.
All in favor, all opposed, motion carries. That completes the agenda of the Crime Control and Prevention District Board. A motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, all opposed, motion carries. The Crime Control Board is adjourned, and we'll call to order the City Council meeting. Do we have any citizens' comments tonight?
Yes, Mayor. Kathleen Thompson, 3317 Burning Log Drive.
Good afternoon. Mayor and Council, I'm here today to ask for a tax cut that would really benefit Grapevine residents rather than a token cut that won't offer annual savings worth a gallon of gas for many Grapevine residents. I also ask for changes in priorities that would cut spending by this council. Hundreds of thousands of dollars could be back where they belong with a Grapevine taxpayer rather than on an expensive city lobbyist or legal fees for an Open Meetings Act violation, on city staff time to move municipal elections to a small and unknown city rental facility. And by city council members taking home dollars in ways that are not allowed by the city charter, nor by Grapevine voters in a charter amendment election. And so you take these votes today at the noon hour, at a time when working people would have to take off to attend. I've jumped through some big hoops to be here today, rearranging my workday and my plans. Our regular videographer is taping the city council meetings, and will until you vote to do so, is where he's supposed to be in his college class. Grapevine residents shouldn't have to jump through hoops to participate in their city government. I wish the council would consider accessibility and accountability when they make such important decisions. Thank you for your consideration, and I'll see you this weekend at Great Fest.
Anyone else? Whatever you want to do, I guess. Do we have any other citizens reports?
No, Mayor.
Then we'll now consider an ordinance adopting the 2013-2014 budget. Do we have any discussion? If not, a motion is in order to approve the budget.
Move the budget be adopted.
Second.
All in favor, all opposed, motion carried. Budget is approved. The council will now consider an ordinance adopting the tax rate for 2013-2014.
Mayor, the council and certainly the staff have spent untold hours preparing this budget and studying it in response to the wishes and priorities that our citizens have set. I think that it is in lockstep. It's been proven over and over again. The expenses in here are certainly in tune with what our citizens expect, regardless of what a few people may say over and over again. It's old. The tax rate that's before us, the reduction is small, but it is something that we are able to do, and it is something that I think we all believe in. And so, if there's no other comments, I would move that the property tax rate this year be decreased to the rate of 0.3425, which is effectively a 1.01% increase in the collections in the tax rate.
And I might add that the statute requirements are very confusing. Their intent is to make it clear to the public, but in fact, it makes it confusing because the effective tax rate is a composite of the assessed valuation and the rate. And the assessed valuation consists of some property values that were increased, some property values that were decreased, and some new growth, some new property. And it doesn't distinguish between those. And so it is not truly an effective increase in a tax rate. It could be an increase of growth, but some people receive a decrease in valuation, some increase. But it is the requirement of the statute. What we attempted to do is to give back what it appeared to us to be the increase in the valuation and the reduction of the tax rate to offset that. And I haven't, in reading the paper, seen any other city or taxing body in this county that is doing that. They're all just adopting the same tax rate. So I think the citizens of Grapevine do recognize that and appreciate our effort to try to offset any increased valuation of our homes by the taxing authority. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
I'll just second the motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. The council will now consider the first addendum to the economic development incentive agreement with these. Anything else? You've heard in the earlier meeting the explanation. The motion is in order.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor of the motion, motion carries. That leaves the approval of the minutes of August 19, 2013 meeting of the council. Motion is in order unless there's any correction.
Move for approval. Second.
Favor, all opposed, motion carries. All right, that concludes the agenda of the council. Motion to adjourn is in order. Thank you for being with us.
Move we adjourn.